basics about kayaking. I'm Lockie.
And I'm Sam.
I'm Ryan. And we're here on the west coast, South Island, here at Taylorville. Now Taylorville is just downstream from Brunda Bridge, which is the site of New Zealand's biggest mining disaster today.
Thomas Brunner was the first European to survey the west coast of New Zealand, and behind me here is the Grey River, which comes out of Greymouth. Thomas Brunner was known for canoeing up the river in part of the survey. Here at Taylorville, we're going to go over some flat water kayaking skills, work our way out onto some moving water. What do I like kayaking? Challenge! Adventure! And fun! One of the first things we're going to teach you today in our kayaking basics is how to carry your kayak. Standing from the end of your boat, roll it over onto its upside down side. Raising it up as you walk your way forward. Now I can easily slip my shoulder in. From here, lifting with your knees only and keeping your back straight, I'm able to tilt it, putting the weight onto my shoulder blade, while one arm is inside.
So, how to hold a paddle? First of all, get the right way around, make sure the words are facing upright, and then have your hands equal distance apart on the blade, on the shaft, then make a box with your arms, 90 degrees. The other thing to note is the angle of the blade here. This is the power side of the blade you'll be pulling on, and this is the back.
Getting into your kayak, you're going to want to find a nice stable position to put your boat. Closer to the water is going to make your life a lot easier. So, hopping in, we're going to have a nice stable stance, sitting on the back of the cockpit, sliding our feet in, and then putting our knees under these thigh braces. Putting the spray deck on. We want to find the back of the spray deck, putting this over the back of the cockpit rim, working it round with your hands on each side until you can stretch the front, making sure the tag is out. Now it's time to go kayaking. If you find yourself upside down on the water, you may require to exit the boat. This is called a wet exit. We're going to give you an example here on a few steps how to wet exit, but demonstrating on the land. First thing you do while you're upside down, you cannot see a lot, so you use your fingers to feel the side of the boat, the rim. While moving your fingers along to the front, you can find the tag. Here is easy to pull off, and now you can exit. Here I will push from behind myself out of the boat and put my bum onto the back of the deck. From here I can slide my legs out and reach the surface. Lockie now is going to demonstrate how to do a wet exit in the water. Lockie here is falling out. He's going to decide to do a wet exit. He'll be reaching for his spray deck loop, pushes out, grabs his equipment and moves to one end of the boat. He puts the paddle and grabs the boat with the same hand. He has one arm free to swim to shore and kick with his legs. When learning a sweep stroke, there are 4 things that we want to think about. The starting, where we put our blade in the water, in at our toes, turning our body, and then initiating this edge by engaging our left knee. Next, we sweep out with our blade, rotating our torso around, and also flattening off the boat as we do so.
You can see how Ryan plants his right pedal up at his toes, engages his edge so water can sweep under the boat. He reaches out and round as he flattens his boat, and he engages his whole torso and twists right round.
One of the ways to rescue yourself on the water is known as the T-rescue. demonstrated here, Lockie is already on Ryan's boat. One of the key components is the sea-to-sea motion, which Lockie will now demonstrate. He has his hands on his boat and his head on his hands. Notice how his spine rotates from one side to the other. One more time, Lockie. Nice. Lockie and Ryan will now demonstrate the T-rescue. Tapping the boat, he is now raising his arms across the boat, searching for Ryan. He has found Ryan, both hands on the boat before putting his ear and creating a sea-to-sea motion, flicking his boat upright.
To carve, Sam is gaining some momentum before sweeping his boat, putting it on edge and using vertical paddle strokes to maintain a carving turn.
Cool, so now we're moving on to the moving water, the mighty grey river here. So now we're going to talk about a few features on the river here. So we have the main flow of the river going downstream here, as you can see. And then there's this obstacle, a rock here, which is blocking some of the flow. And now what that does is it causes a flow to come back upstream. This upstream flow is called an eddy.
When performing an eddy turn, there are three things we want to think about. First of all, speed. You want to gain some momentum to drive through the eddy line out into the current. Second of all, angle. The angle at which Sam has approached the eddy line is upstream at about 45 degrees. Next, edge. You want to edge appropriately to allow water to pass under the kayak so you can carve out into the current.
Using the blade of Sam's paddle, he can squeeze water into his boat. This can be very useful when performing an eddy turn. Here Sam is going to use his stern drawer to help carve out into the flow of the current.
I can't explain